Good morning, everyone. I hope all is well. Um, so I have a question. How many of y'all listen when God says, be still? Peace, be still. I can pray and pray and pray and do everything. And in this walk, in this storm that I'm in right now, I don't know how to peace be still. I keep wanting to put my hands on it. I keep wanting to, I'm going to do this because this happened. I'm going to do that because that happened. No, ma'am. No. He said, peace, be still, and know that I am God. He's working in my favor. But every time I just put that little finger on it, he has to start over because I'm hard-headed. So guys, how many of you are hard-headed? How many of you, when you praying to your God and you're seeking him for answers, do you really be still and allow him to give you the answer or change the outcome or make you feel peace with your situation? It's funny because, again, I can tell anyone this is what you should do. Just be mindful and trust God and do your 30 or 60 days and allow him to work, doing nothing, observing any and everything that needs to be observed. No. I'm so guilty, guys. Oh, my voice cracked. I am horrible. I do well on some aspects, but in my days when my brain is going and going and going, it's not a good thing. And so sometimes I'll say the Our Father prayer, or I will now repeat my affirmations to try to get me back on track when I'm in my feelings. I'll try to pray. And again, let me say this to your God. I know who my God is. It's all about your God. It's all about your faith. It's all about your belief. And that's very important for me to say. But within these things, but my God. And so yesterday I was wanting to do things, nitpick, start stuff. And everywhere I turned, I was seeing signs or things that said, be still. God was landing in my heart. And so this morning I woke up and guess what? Still giving me the same message. I turned on my radio this morning and the song is about being still and allowing God to do his work. I'm listening to my Bible verse and it's speaking on being still. So my message to each and every person today is peace. Be still. Don't try to decipher what's going on. Don't try to put your own spin to it. Don't get in your feelings the best you can. And see what happens. And it can't be for a day. It can't be for 2 days. It has to be for a lengthy amount of time. Just embrace you. Work on you. Get you together. And as you're doing this, so many things will align. Remember to think positive or positivity when you don't even want to. You have to train your mind to think of something else. Prime example, I am so quick to look at someone and say, oh, they're this, that, and the third. And again, that never was me, but however, I've developed that. And once I get to speaking to this person or conversating, they are a totally different person. So I just judge them. And again, God says don't judge or take the speck out of your eye before you take the speck out of someone else's. But yet and still I'm looking at someone and assuming that this is what's going on. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So how many people do that? How many people think something is happening and it's truly not? Ask yourself that. Like, in your mind, you come to this conclusion, but that's not what the other person is saying, thinking, feeling. Now, they've said something to you, but you interpreted that the wrong way. You processed it and analyzed it and came up with your own conclusion on it. And that wasn't correct. That's not how that person was feeling. And again, I do that. I had not always did that, but I will have a conversation and be thankful for my conversation, and then for some reason I start to dissect my conversation. No, ma'am, absolutely not. That is the worst thing to do, because now you're putting thoughts and feelings that someone else didn't have into their conversation, and they were wishing you nothing but the best. But however, once you dissect it, that's not really what they were saying. They were being funny. It was this, that, and the third. No, that's how you perceived it. That's your issue, not theirs. That's your issue. They did nothing wrong but have a wonderful, uplifting, genuine conversation with you. And by the time it's finished, you're in a better state of mind. But once you're by yourself and you begin to depict the conversation, it's horrible. And so I've been in my mode of asking God not to allow me to do that. To renew my strength in my mind, to accept people's word for just as they say it. That has something to do with self. Why or how can you change somebody's words? Like, no, that is incorrect, period. No, that is incorrect, period. And so I have to keep reminding myself of this, especially when you're in a dark place. And maybe that's what it's associated with. So when you're in a dark space, as for myself, nothing anyone said was what they said. If that makes any sense. I'm hoping that makes sense to someone, that resonates, because that's what I was doing. But again, I was in a very dark place. And so as I come out and as God is revealing all of these things to me, and all of this hurt that I am bottled, and all of this unforgiveness, and he's releasing it. He's releasing it. And so it's given me a clear vision of the things that I was doing that I did not believe that I was doing. And so with me saying that, I want you all to know to stop. Oh, there it go. Peace. Be still. And take people at face value. That means whatever they say, trust and believe that that's what they mean. Don't try to interpret it. Don't try to add or take from it. Just take it as it is. And it will help you. It's helping me only because God is renewing me. It's helping me only because my God is renewing me. And that plays a major difference in everything. Oh, I'm just so thankful for life today. I'm thankful for the new journeys that I am about to embark on. I am embracing life. I am embracing the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because you can't have a blessing if you can't get through a storm. I had 2 people tell me last week, you have to go through to get to. Listen to that, guys. You have to go through to get to. So if you can't go through the storm, how are you going to get to your blessing? How are you going to get to the positive outcome? How are you going to wither through your next storm when you can't get through your first storm? You have to go through to get to. And so you have to just thank your God for your storm, for your trials, for your tribulations. You have to ask him for clarity, for wisdom, for guidance, for knowledge. Why am I going through this storm? Why is this storm similar to my last storm? What did I miss? What did I not grasp? What are you telling me about me? Because see, that's what we fail to realize. When we're in a storm, it's not about the next person. It's about yourself. So you have to stop and ask, why am I in this storm? What difference could I make? What can I change? What do I need to focus on? Not what can the next person do. Oh, they did this, so this happened. Oh, that is... No, absolutely not. And I'm preaching to myself. I promise I am. As I'm telling y'all this, I'm thankful from where God has brought me from. I'm thankful for where he's going to take me. I am grateful and thankful that I am able to come on and do this video. You have to go through to get to. And guess what? I am embracing this storm better than I have embraced any other storm in the past 3 to 4 years. I am riding this wave because God got me. And I am so thankful. This is the first time in years that I can look at you and say, I am okay. I have my bad days, but I have more good days than bad days. And I am so learning more than anything to trust in him and keep my eye on him through it all. To align my energy with the universe, to put out positive vibrations. I am learning to do all of that, because if you put out positive vibrations, what are you going to get back? What are you putting to the next person that's close to you? Anyone that's close to you, you're vibrating them. You're giving them that energy. You're giving them that. Yes, 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 yes. Positive vibrations, positive energy, positive auras. We have those in our lives, guys. They are there, and we have to release them. Stop releasing these toxins. Because when you release toxins, you release it onto other people, and they become toxic. And then you don't want to accept that or embrace that you made them change because of the toxins that you put off. So again, stop looking at other people and look in the mirror. And it took me a long time to look in the mirror. And now as I'm looking in the mirror and God is revealing all of these things about me, they're shockers, because I was never a judgmental person. I judge. I was never a person that did not show unforgiveness. I don't forget. I did not. Let me rephrase my statements, guys. Those were not great statements, because that was then. This is now. I was judgmental for a second. I was not willing to forgive for a second. But God, I am learning and will not judge anyone, because I am not our Father. I will forgive everyone because I want my Father to forgive me. So these are the differences in what was and what is and what will be. What was, what is, what will be. You can be the best person in the world. You could be the most holy person. You can do everything right. But when your storm comes, that's what matters. That's what affects your life and your blessings. It's how you wither through a storm. With that being said, I have to go. Just remember, I love you guys. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. And no, please remember, peace, be still.